Hello guys, welcome back to Go Discs. In this video we're looking at The Things I'll Keep, the EP by Crispin Halcrow from 2017. Crispin Halcrow, very interesting musician and songwriter, a bit more than a person really, to be honest. Crispin's sort of the same age as me. We met at school back in many years, from 2008 to 2013. He was same year group as me. Ambitious about music, very good songwriter himself, and just a decent man who enjoys, what he loves very much. Of course, playing music and that sort of thing. I'm still great. I'm still very pleased that he's still carrying on. He's still carrying on with the whole thing, of course, in terms of his solo work, which is brilliant. So this is sort of like going back to Animal Case. I mentioned a band called Non-Applicable, which Jack Gilbert was a part of actually. Crispin Halcrow was the front man, of course. He was the sort of main band leader. He played rhythm guitar and vocals. He did, and they mainly did covers, really. They did a couple of songs as well, maybe one or two songs, really, that were ever performed. I think one was performed, actually. The other one was just a jam that was just came about, really. And so, yeah, and that sort of folded after when, my year group actually just went, really, because we were finishing off. 2013 was sort of our last year, really, sort of last time of being, in secondary school, unless you go to sixth form, really. So that was the last time they were together. I think roughly in May 2013 they performed. Crispin, Will, and Ben and John performed as well, which was pretty good actually. I really enjoyed what they were doing. Of course, really good, energized performance. Then afterwards, Halcrow stayed with Gilbert, of course, when they did the Peacoats, which was a sort of like a bluesy jazz rock outfit that was only used for a Bar of the Bands thing, really. They only did two songs. Autumn Leaves was one of them they did, and actually one they did. There was some footage that he released years ago, but he now deleted, unfortunately. It's quite a shame actually. I should have saved it or something. I don't know, because there's always some great moments of live performances that suddenly they get taken away, which is a bit of a shame, really. Like some interesting bootlegs, some interesting performances as well. That's some I recorded like circa 1992, and also this one as well. Which is actually pretty good. I was really impressed. So on that lineup included Halcrow, Gilbert, Will Houston as well, great drummer, who's been friends with Crispin for many years, of course, and Declan Farrell as well on keyboards. And a pretty interesting lineup it was. They only just lasted very briefly. They also did Halcrow and Gilbert did some Torchlight performance as well, which was pretty interesting indeed. And yes, it was pretty. I've only ever seen a picture of it. I've never seen them actually performing live, unfortunately. I'm doing like a school jam rock type thing, really. And then afterwards, I think during the whole sixth form years, Crispin developed his solo stuff, really. He had been doing solo stuff, like demos and stuff on YouTube for quite a while, actually. There have been a few songs that have been going around, of course. Like there was like stuff like Sales Song, Charcoal was another one. A song called Float Away, which was actually dedicated to Helena Farrell, of course, and Declan Farrell's older sister. And, I think it was like a song in the works, but, he finally finalised it after she sadly committed suicide. So he showcased that, but that was now deleted, unfortunately. Shame. He'd been doing a couple covers as well. As It Goes by Billy Joel, that's one that was used. And a John Smith cover, I think, if you heard of the solo artist, folk musician John Smith as well. So he was going to that sort of direction, of course, just like getting acoustic guitar and just doing like these sort of like ballady type acoustic songs, folk songs, which is sort of his thing, really. It sort of helps. He did sort of do a little bit of soloing when it was in Non-Applicable, actually, but this is more, he's found his niche he has, and it's, again, pretty interesting. It just depends. If you're a fan of singer-songwriters, stuff like Nick Drake, Johnny Mitchell, Don McLean, John Armstrong, that type of stuff, you probably still enjoy this man's work, really. So he went off to do sixth form, he went off to do university as well. He started playing clubs around bits and pieces, of course, and, developing some sound, getting new songs recorded and stuff like that, developing new stuff, doing covers as well, around York, actually. He'd been going around there, actually, just performing clubs and stuff. which to build his repertoire, of course, supporting acts and stuff, being on a bill, you know, very much that sort of thing, which is good for him. And obviously, just recently, he's now in Liverpool. He is doing that sort of thing now. So he's down like in Merseyside now, just doing his own thing, of course. Just again, just going around bits and pieces. He'll probably go to another city any if he is time doing the same thing. Who knows? So yes, so 2017, he was still in York at this point, and he actually ended up recording an EP. Most songs I'm familiar with actually, because it depends where they actually came from, really. But we'll do it. So let's go for the track list, of course. So 4 songs. This was, you know, Things I'll Keep EP. I don't know when he recorded, but it's like, you know, it's crystal clear type stuff, really. So be pretty interesting. So go through the tracks now. So first we've got his Absent Friends. I first knew about this song when he did a rehearsal. He posted on his YouTube channel when he was doing a gig in Kendal at some youth centre in Kendal back in 2016, I think. Around that time, you know, he was rehearsing his songs, a new song that he'd written. Pretty good song actually. I really enjoyed that one because it's about the, you know, again, sort of like the thing, you know, of course, of like the title suggests it, of course, absent friends. You know, like you've been away from everyone who you love and known, really. You know, people, your friends, you know, you're glad to be back after, you know, I think everyone gets that feeling, of course. So it's a nice little song. It's very, again, very melancholy type style, really, with him. But it's really good. I mean, it speaks with the heart, he does, really. So that's pretty good. So it's a decent note, nice Absent Friends. You have to get that one. The live rehearsal thing is pretty good as well. And then we've got the first day. Now, this is actually a very new song, this is. So prior to his release, he did release a music video of this as well. It's, you know, just playing his guitar in the middle of the woods somewhere. And yeah, I'd probably say it's not my favourite track on this one. It's my least favourite track of the EP, you know. So it's not very that, you know, not, it doesn't really stand out to me, unfortunately, but as long as the other ones do, but it's okay, really. I mean, fair enough. Well, it's a decent little song, it is, but not one of my favourites, unfortunately. Next we've got is Say Goodbye. Say Goodbye, I think this is maybe he did this like in 2015. It's been around for quite a few number of years when he recorded it, excuse me. So it's a nice little one because along with there's a video of him performing Say Goodbye, but it's also the same video session that he did this song as well. It's a nice little song, really. Very, again, saying goodbye to a loved one and stuff like that, or someone he's known for many years. It could be like the sequel to Float Away, in a way. It could be. I don't know, really. But again, think about like the emotions and everything else as well. So that can resonate, of course. So that's probably one of the main reasons why. But it's a nice little decent tune, of course. You know, when he saw it live, of course. I think when he did it live, of course, it'd probably be much better. You know, the live video they did back in 2015 was probably is good. The studio cut itself is probably the same, really. But it's a decent, nice little tune. That's it, really. Then we finished with the final track, The Things I'll Keep. Really good song this is. I think it's about the same time he did This Is Say Goodbye, of course. He did perform it on when he was doing that youth centre Kendal gig, on the little show he did. You know, he did record some footage of it, of him actually performing. You know, it explains, you know, I've written the song, of course, you know, I've had the song for many years, but it's like going back to, you know, it's like, I don't know really, or like say, it's like something to do with friends or something, really, I think. Then he ends up playing it. This is more upbeat, it's gentle, but it's upbeat as well. I think in terms of his playing style, it's very upbeat. You end up with something very upbeat to the end, which is very nice. This is probably my favourite song of the EP, it is. It works, it does. It works nicely, it does. I mean, if you had to think of it, I probably have to say Things I'll Keep, Absent Friends, Say Goodbye, and The First Day I probably ranked, you know, from top to bottom. That's probably the best. That's how I think it is, you know. It's a very nice upbeat song, it is. It's wonderful. There was another song that was actually, he did, but he never actually recorded on here, actually, strangely enough, which was The Times That We Never Forgot. I think there's a video on Vimeo, actually, of him performing it. Black and white, around Kendal Castle area or something like that. Along with, you know, stuff like, you know, again, Say Goodbye and the cover of As It Goes, Billy Joel's song. So yeah, that shame that never was included. I think you might forgot about it, or just maybe never included, I think. So yeah. And that's it really too with Crispin Halcrow's EP, The Things I'll Keep. Really good. It's a really good EP. It is, you know. I can say it's out for a good number of years. It's taken me a while to actually cover it, unfortunately, but it's a decent thing. It is, you know. It's wonderful. Great production, of course. His vocals and his lyrics are fantastic, of course. You know, if you're into singer-songwriter stuff, like just with someone on acoustic guitar, give this guy a go. Give him a listen. You know, if you're in Liverpool, probably, you know, try and give a watch if he plays the clubs somewhere. You know, just enjoy his atmosphere. You know, he resonates emotionally, does, which is actually fantastic. And you know, he basically brings out his own heart. He does in these songs, really, and he works. It does, you know. That's all I can say about that. I've been talking about Crispin Halcrow, The Things I'll Keep EP from 2017. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, see you for the next video. See ya.